The video depicts a daring and high-risk raid by 8 Ukrainian fighters from the 6th Special Forces Regiment who, under the cover of night, infiltrated DPRK positions held by 25 North Korean soldiers near the village of Gavo, Kursk region. The group is first seen moving silently through a forested area, using night equipment and camouflage means. Clearly practiced interaction, minimal noise, and tight formation indicate a high level of training of the saboteurs. Their goal is reconnaissance, capture of documents, and destabilization of the defense line. During the rapprochement, the footage shows an artillery burst not far from the group. One of the fighters receives a shrapnel wound. However, he is quickly removed from under fire, given first aid, and continue the task. The commander does not give retreat. The operation continues. Next, the drone detects a stealthy penetration into the enemy stronghold, probably to mine or capture a tongue. Judging by the tactical deployment and subsequent explosions, the Ukrainian forces achieved their goal, damaging the North Korean defense, after which they withdrew in an organized manner. The operation demonstrates the high level of combat training, morale, and determination of the Ukrainian Special Forces. The footage, captured by a GoPro camera mounted on the helmet of a Ukrainian soldier from the 2nd Mechanized Battalion of the 3rd Assault Brigade, shows intense combat in the area of the village of Nadia, Luhansk region. The video is filmed from a first-person perspective, placing the viewer directly in the heart of the battle. From the very first seconds, muffled explosions from mortars and artillery can be heard. Enemy fire is closing in on the forward defensive positions. The soldier is entrenched in a reinforced trench, bolstered with sandbags and wooden supports. He periodically peeks out to return fire with his rifle as Russian forces approach in waves from a nearby tree line. Shouts from fellow soldiers and commands over the radio are audible. A coordinated defense is clearly underway. Throughout the video, the soldier remains in position, engaged in combat for several minutes, using every available means, throwing hand grenades, firing bursts from his rifle, and even appearing to help direct artillery fire. A particularly striking moment shows him reloading under enemy fire, then instantly resuming his defense despite having no time to recover. Gunfire and shouted commands in Russian grow louder, enemy troops are closing in, but the soldier holds the line. The video ends with a brief radio check and transmission of coordinates, possibly for artillery or air support. This footage highlights not only the personal courage and determination of the Ukrainian defender, but also the sheer intensity of fighting on this sector of the front. While clearing the outskirts of the city of Toretsk in the Donetsk region, Ukrainian soldiers from the Predator unit from the Ukrainian police discovered a Russian who had hidden inside a pipe. He was offered the chance to surrender, but refused and was gifted a grenade. An Azov soldier shot down an enemy FPV drone from the second shot. Soldiers of the reconnaissance platoon of the 2nd Battalion of the 12th Azov Brigade fell into the crosshairs of an enemy attack drone during a combat mission. The scout with the call sign FISH managed to quickly identify the threat and destroy the drone during the strike approach. None of his comrades were injured. A collection of GoPro footage showing life as a soldier of the Predator unit from the Ukrainian police working in the Donetsk region. Footage of close contact with the enemy. One Ukrainian soldier repulsed an attack of superior forces of the Russian armed forces. The footage shows how a Ukrainian soldier skillfully repelled an enemy attack and clearly worked 3 Russian soldiers from cover. First, the soldier threw a grenade, and after coming out of cover killed 2 enemy soldiers.
Аварийными, да, не просто.
Укрытие, коробочка отрабатывают.
The Kraken unit and the 92nd Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine are 2 combat units that are actively involved in the battles on the eastern front of Ukraine, in particular in the Bakhmut direction, one of the most intense sections of the front line. This is a special assault squad created in 2022, formally subordinated to the main Directorate of Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. It was formed from volunteers, mostly veterans of the Azov Regiment and other experienced fighters. Kraken is known for its mobility, high level of training, use of drones, light armored vehicles, and unconventional tactics. The unit regularly publishes videos from the front, demonstrating the work of assault groups, mopping up buildings, hunting for Russian equipment and prisoners. The Kraken operates both in urban battles and in forest plantations and fields. The unit is not directly part of the AFU structure, but coordinates actions with army units. The 92nd Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after the Koshivoy chieftain Ivan Serko, is one of the oldest and most combat-ready units of the Ukrainian army. Based in the Kharkiv region, it has been involved in almost all key battles since the beginning of the full-scale invasion. The brigade consists of motorized infantry battalions, a tank company, artillery, air defense, reconnaissance, and sappers. The 92nd Infantry Brigade took part in the defense of Kharkov, the counteroffensive in the Izium area, and later was transferred to the Donetsk region to strengthen the defense in the Bakhmut direction. In the spring, the Kraken unit, together with the 92nd Infantry Brigade, fought fierce battles for the area designated in the reports as the Garden Center, presumably part of the Green Zone or suburban development on the outskirts of Bakhmut or Chasivoy Yar. This area was of great tactical importance, as it allowed us to control the approaches to key positions of the armed forces of Ukraine. The battle was of a positional assault nature. The Kraken operated in small mobile groups, attacking from the flanks, and the 92nd Infantry Brigade provided fire support with artillery, UAVs, and armored vehicles. According to available data, the units suffered losses, but were able to hold the line and thwart an attempt by the Russian infantry to break through.